This dude's gonna take a compilation of me mispronouncing names and then just like, as he pronounces it right. Maybe it'll be the first time he talks, who knows? Without even having to utter a word, Khabane Lame is taking the entire world by storm thanks to his incredibly popular TikTok profile that has exploded in recent months. Not so long ago, Khaby was living in a modest apartment with his parents and sharing a bedroom with his oldest brother. Now, he's rubbing shoulders with models like Gigi Hadid, racecar drivers like Carlos Sainz, and selling his own personal line of products like a popcorn maker. So I think it's safe to say this guy is popping. Don't use the popcorn pun. Wasn't that good. At the start of 2020, the 21-year-old Italian creator was literally out of work with not a penny to his name. Today, he is reported to be worth upwards of $2 million, and this of course has allowed him to go from living like us regular everyday people to a full-fledged celebrity. He's been able to transform his life in more ways than one, and has practically become a model rocking designer clothes like Huff, Gucci, Givenchy, and more. But like everybody's journey to fame and fortune, it doesn't always start so easy. What's going on, guys? It's Clyde Smith, and today this series is titled Before and After, checking out the transformation of Khabane Lame from a regular content creator to being one of the world's most popular influencers and becoming the second most followed account on TikTok, and much more. If you like this video, we drop a bunch of them over on our second channel, Famous Entertainment, so check that channel out. Link is right above my head. All right, let's get into this video. Khabane Lame's content is often simplicity itself, and he likes to react to some of the craziest life hack tips on the internet, which has turned this Senegalese native with Italian citizenship into a global sensation after taking the crown of the Italian king of TikTok from Gianluca Vacci, who held it prior to Khaby with a total of around 17 million followers. So Khaby is an elite company. Khaby has managed to double that already impressive number with his nearly 110 million followers on TikTok, which has allowed him to enter a hallowed ground of becoming one of the top 200 performers on the platform, alongside other big stars like Charli D'Amelio. I mean, these are simply unprecedented numbers when it comes to the Italian national scene, but how did Khaby get to this moment? And maybe even a bigger question, how did this all start? Taking it back to his humble beginnings, Khabane Lame was born on March 9th, 2000 in Gourma, a region in the capital city Dakar in the West African country of Senegal. He arrived in Italy at the age of 1 after his parents immigrated to Rome, where they took up living at a local social housing complex. While most people in Italy tend to not look fondly over these lower income areas, Khaby understands that without his background, he wouldn't be the man that he is today. I owe everything to public housing. They taught me education and allowed me to cultivate many bonds. As much as Khaby enjoyed his life in Italy, once the pandemic hit last year, things slowed down a whole bunch. In fact, he soon found himself dealing with an immense amount of boredom while trying to stick to his country's strict social distancing measures. Little did he know this would only be the inception of his transformation. Looking for something fun to do to keep himself busy, Khaby turned his attentions towards TikTok like most of us did during the pandemic. And on March 15th, 2020, Khaby uploaded his very first TikTok with the handle Lame Khabane, which has now turned into Khaby Lame, and in that video he teaches everyone how to properly wash their hands with sanitizer and has fun while doing it. Ultimately, it was an immediate smash success. After a year of operating his channel, Khaby accumulated around 1 million followers, which is pretty damn good, but not exactly the stuff of legends. In fact, that video in particular only received around 11,000 likes over the course of the year, but Khaby would keep plugging away, subtly adjusting his formula until he hit the motherlode less than 12 months later on February 17, 2021, which is when he posted the following clip about how to deal with troublesome phone chargers. The post would quickly garner over 4.6 million likes and 29,000 comments. Needless to say, after that, Khaby's channel was booming, but more importantly, he had transformed himself into a full-fledged TikTok influencer. And if you think that Khaby isn't getting the bag from all his TikTok fame, then you would be widely misinformed. The kid has just surpassed 100 million followers, becoming the second most followed creator on the app, just under Charli D'Amelio. Her net worth is a staggering $8 million, and I still kind of think that these websites are lowballing it. Social tracker data shows that Khaby is gaining millions of new followers each week, meaning that it won't be long before he takes that top spot. So what exactly does a 21-year-old Italian do with millions of followers and millions of dollars? Well, for starters, it looks like Khaby has been very mature and selfless with his spending. Not so long ago, Khaby was living in a modest apartment with his parents and sharing a bedroom with his oldest brother. Superfans would recognize his humble beginnings in a small room decorated with a Senegal flag and a Juventus soccer scarf. Since then, he's been working with a much bigger budget, but he still likes to keep things simple. He's always found that the simplicity of his production value, just a phone and some lighting, has made his content feel more authentic, and I think that's what gives him a slight edge. It's pretty simple. Since finding international fame, little has changed, but he has also been able to take his content out of his parents' house into the streets. It's clear he got himself some kind of new whip, and he can be seen here with his girlfriend. It also appears that his bathroom has gotten an upgrade as well. Khaby's major goal is to make enough money to buy his mother a house, and from what I could tell, he's already well on his way. His popularity online exploded everywhere thanks in large part to his simple formula of creating content without ever saying a word. In majority of these clips, Khaby reacts ironically to internet tutorials that exaggerate complicated methods for things that should be a lot simpler. A perfect example of this is one of his most popular videos in which he shows the simplest way to peel a banana. So why doesn't Khaby speak? I mean, it's a pretty clever reason when you think about it. It's because by not doing so, he opens up his content to a worldwide market. His reactions and facial expressions are universal, and people absolutely love the look of contempt that he gives the camera at the end of nearly every video. He's in good company being managed by Riggio Alessandro, who is clearly a big part of the reason Khaby is able to land so many of his lucrative sponsorships and deals. Riggio truly is a mastermind behind the growth strategies for many of these rich social media content creators. Gianluca Vacci and Arad Hussein are also clients of his, so this guy is somebody that you want on your team. It's crazy to think that much of Khaby's journey and transformation boils down to this genius shtick that he was able to transform his life with. I mean, it really is something special. So what are your thoughts on Khaby's overall transformation from regular content creator to one of TikTok's most popular influencers that he is right now? Please be sure to drop me a comment down below about your favorite Khaby TikTok. And also, please don't forget to tell me who else we should do a before and after video on next. My name is Clyde Smith, and I'll see all you guys in another video.